In 2005, Herman Miller held an event to predict the trends that would affect higher education by 2015. They came up with 12 points. 1. Globalization will influence and shape all aspects of teaching and learning. 2. The wide range of ability, preparedness, background, opportunity, and motivation of higher education students will require more varied and holistic approaches to inclusive learning. The demand for more experiential, outside-the-classroom learning opportunities will require faculty to respond thoughtfully and proactively. 4. Colleges and universities will be expected to deliver more education in less space to increase their learning per square foot. Advancements in technology will drive ongoing changes in all aspects of college and university life and offer new opportunities to enhance and broaden learning experiences. 6. Interdisciplinary learning will become increasingly common and popular. 7. Students will take much greater control of their own learning as proactive producers and managers of their own learning solutions, materials, and portfolios. 8. The average age of students will continue to rise. The mix of cultures, ages, and learning styles will become increasingly varied. 9. Competition for students and resources will force colleges and universities to sharpen their brands and identity and distinguish themselves in new ways. 10. Colleges and universities will become increasingly important parts of regional economic development, both in creating growth and taking advantage. 11. The structures of educational institutions and the types of employment relationships between them and faculty will continue to multiply. Inequities among faculty will cause tensions. 12. Finally, accountability and assessment tools will continue to become commonplace in defining institutional effectiveness.
The growing use of technology in and outside the classroom, as well as group work becoming the predominant way of doing assignments in class, are the reasons that different learning areas are needed all over campus. Ones with accessibility to the internet and computers, and also ones that can accommodate large groups for classwork and projects during the year. Another key point was the use of hallways as a learning space. Often there isn't enough furniture or space since the students congregate outside the classroom in the hall for the space to be effective. It makes sense to have a place for them to sit and have sufficient room to work, not only to plan where to meet as a group, but to accomplish assignment at the time it was. Spaces in hallways need to be more versatile instead of just a way of getting from point A to point B. For example, the University of South Dakota, the Link is a large hallway connecting the Student Center and the library at the university, where there are booths, chairs, tables, and sufficient room to work, while also providing flexibility with movable furniture and access to technology. This is another clever use of hallways. The Georgia Institute of Technology Klaus Advanced Computing Building. Outside the computer lab, there's Wi-Fi, dry erase boards, seating, and tables for working. This enables the area to be an efficient use of space in the building. It provides everything a student would need in a learning space with the availability of technology and open space. The last example mentioned is Ohlone College in San Francisco's East Bay Commuter College. Booths scatter the area with open space, which offers a welcoming area for people to work or meet with the professor after class. It also doubles as a space to have public events for the university. It allows students to stay on campus to accomplish their work instead of relocating to the library or off-campus locations. Overall, the message was that the old learning spaces are not sufficient for today's demands with learning. Spaces have more requirements to fulfill the needs of the students and faculty. Every space, not just libraries and dorms, need to be rethought, and as a result, come up with an innovative solution to the problem.
Today's education system is seeking reform, changing teaching methods, learning styles, and campus culture. Rows of desks and lecture halls are a thing of the past. Collaboration and technology, shown here, is the goal for design of the future. The design for learning spaces for the future is not about a formula. The goal is not fitting as many students in a space as possible. Creating the best learning environment is the goal, not the numbers. The studio space provides many attractive features in moving toward this new type of learning. Personal space, as well as modular, movable furniture that allows for collaborative areas, are options the traditional lecture hall cannot provide. The same principle is a key factor not only in learning, but studying too. The traditional library, focused on individual quarters and cubicles, is evolving into a more casual, collective space, shown here on the right, the hub at Willie T. Library. The entire campus must be viewed as a learning space. Today's technology and the students expect to be wired and able to study anywhere, anytime, 24/7, and the areas all over campus must provide for such expectations. The spaces must be inspirational as well as functional and modular. Shown here is Google's offices, a creative, flexible atmosphere that provides for a collaborative and individual learning, the reform that educational institutions are seeking today.
From a learning standpoint, it is time to make a change when it comes to teaching. Lecturing is no longer as effective as it once was. Today we are moving towards a hands-on learning experience with studio-type classrooms that involve lots of technology. Traditionally, a lecture hall has been the way to teach many students at one time. However, this is no longer as effective as it once was. One factor is because of technology. Technology is altering the way professors teach and the way students learn. Today, potential students are choosing colleges that address their academic needs. That includes renovated or new up-to-date facilities that can enhance and perfect their skills for the professional world. The new pharmacy building on campus is a prime example of what universities should be striving for. That is why many colleges are shifting their focus to studio-type spaces where many hands-on projects can take place. This helps create a better understanding of the subject being taught. It allows for communication not only between the students, but also between the students and teachers. Included in these studio-type classrooms is a lot of technological exercises such as 3D visualization, podcasting, wiki open editing, and wireless computing. Technology is going to be, or already is in some places, the key component to the operation of spaces and is constructed around them. Studies have shown that because of these studio-type spaces, students are performing better. In an engineering statics class, 83% passed in the studio-type space, while only 69% in the traditional space. This clearly emphasizes the importance of these new studio-type classrooms.